Hello, my audience. I popped my knee joint before recording, and it really hurt and woke me up. So, I'm reviewing Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movie lineup. All three phases of Phase 3 of the movies. That started with Captain America, and the first two ones were Captain America Civil War and Doctor Strange. And then it got worse after the first two ones were. I give the first two lineup of their movies, Captain America Civil War and Doctor Strange, a 4 out of 10, both movies. And the rest of the movies in Phase 3 going to, the last one's either Spider-Man Far From Home or Endgame. And Phase 3 has Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Avengers Infinity War Endgame, and Guardians Volume 2, Thor Ragnarok, and Black Panther 1. And Ant-Man and the Wasp sequel. To Ant-Man sequel. I give those movies after Doctor Strange and Captain America 3. I give all those movies 3 points out of 10 points, with Captain America and Doctor Strange having 4 points out of 10 of a movie. I only kind of like Doctor Strange and Captain America Civil War, but most of it sucked. But it was a lot better than what we got down the line for Phase 3. And continuously got down the line once we get to Guardians 2 and be so on far from that. After Guardians 2 came out, and after that, it just got worse with Phase 3. This is where Marvel for me started to suck. And this phase is when we really realize I'm done with Marvel. I have enough of this shitty run. So that's why I give Phase 3 3 points out of 10 points as it comes together. Sure, there were 2 movies that were 4 out of 10s in the Phase movies, but most of them, all the other ones, are 3 out of 10s. Even Endgame or in Infinity War, I give a 3 out of 10. Because they're just forgettable movies as a whole, as they all come together in a lineup. They're just forgettable movies, forgettable stories, and how they come together feels forgettable and unoriginal and stupid. And all that other bullshit writing that you expect from Marvel is worse than ever. Because they lean more into their weaknesses, was trying to make movies more funny instead of making it more complex and deep and action-packed. They make it more funny, less action-packed, and less manly, and more feminine. Starting with Phase 3. You're going to think James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because after Guardians Volume 2 came on Phase 3, it seemed like everyone had to copy Guardians Volume 2 formula. Even the Avengers and Black Panther standalone movie. Granted, Black Panther and the last 2 Avengers movies are the more serious take of their movies, but they're still played mostly for laughs, both movies. All of these movies are mostly played for laughs and jokes and relief. Not really to make stir a drama or get you invested at all. You constantly remember it as a movie. And that's the problem with Phase 3 in a nutshell. You remember that you're watching a movie instead of feeding your suspicion of disbeliefs and giving into it. You just remember, oh, it's a movie. You're not giving your suspension of disbeliefs. You're just remembering that you're constantly watching a movie in Phase 3. Entering Phase 3 was Captain America. Yeah, I like Captain America as a 4 out of 10. Same as Doctor Strange 1. But they reminded me of something I couldn't brush off for emptying Phase 3. I felt like I was constantly watching a movie instead of seeing the characters like going on a hero's journey or something. Or a change or something, you know? Or do a heroic sacrifice or something. No, they don't do any of that. They mostly just bicker and whine about each other's first world problems. And sometimes do Avengers shit, like fight the bad guys. But mostly just to whine about their social problems, how the life's not perfect. Cry me a river. why you add it. I just think that's stupid. This phase was stupid. I'm done with Marvel this after the phase 1. Phase 3. Phase 3 is what made me realize this brand's no longer for me. Phase 1 and 2 I could kind of like let it slide. They have problems because at least they felt like cinematic like movies that I could give them my special disbelief enough that I can get invested enough in the movies cinematically. But phase 1, the phase after phase 1 and phase 2 wrapped up and entering phase 3, I felt like I lost Marvel and I have fallen out of love with each other, the brand and me. Feels kind of long distant relationship now instead of a close relationship. Me, Marvel, and the brand. Since entering phase 3 and finishing up phase 3. Boy, did I regret it watching the whole phase. So, that's why I'm sharing with you guys, because I regretted this phase of watching. And I want you to be miserable like me. So I'm sharing my opinion with you. So, now I'm going to review the Marvel shorts from phase 1 to phase 3. I give them the phase 1 of the Marvel shorts. Phase 1 of Marvel shorts, 5 out of 10. Or 4 out of 10. I think I want to give Marvel phase 1 of the Marvel shorts a 4 out of 10. Because while I did enjoy, I also kind of forget everything about, like visually about them. Even though I remember I've seen, I just can't remember, I just don't think there's nothing rememberable about these shorts in phase 1. And the same goes for phase 2 and phase 3 Marvel shorts called one-shots. Marvel one-shots known as. I give Marvel one-shots from phase 1 to phase 3 4 points out of 10 points. They're enjoyable but forgettable. I mean, Billy can get invested in them. Just like phase 3, in a nutshell. Similar to my feelings. That's why I give Marvel shorts, all the Marvel one-shots, a 4 points out of 10 points. So that's my review on Marvel phase 3 and the Marvel one-shots. From all the first 3 phases of Marvel. Goodbye, subscribe to my content, like this video, grow my likes, grow my subscribers. That's my review on Marvel brand with the cinematic universe stuff. I'll give phase 2 a separate video when I do phase 2 review on this channel. That will be one of my next videos in the future on this channel. So, bye. Like, subscribe to my content. Grow my likes, grow my subscribers, please.